guys. Let's see here. I have my phone on my tripod. So I am just going to be working on some random makes, and I thought instead of going live in my group, let's just go ahead and go live on Facebook. Excuse my hands and my desk. I've been doing random makes all day. I am finishing up a flip-flop journal. And I'm just going to work on some collage journal cards, maybe some wax seal clusters, finish off some tags, maybe make a beaded pen. We're just going to play. So for my collaged index cards, I have already put down my sewing pattern paper, and I like to ball that up and then just adhere it with Scotch Permanent. And I just did a random stamp in the background and kind of inked it up. I'm going to take my music sheets and my French book pages. Some stamps that I have stamped onto some tea stained paper, and just kind of play here. So I hope that you guys are doing good. May or may not have some people hop on, as I did not schedule this live. I just thought it would be something fun to do and just make some random things with you guys. These are so very simple and easy to do. I am going to be sewing around mine also. Just going to kind of distress these edges a little bit. So sometimes I like the clean look, and sometimes I like to ink to cause separation between the pages, or kind of make it either vintage or grungy. Just depends on the look you're going for. So I'm just going to adhere it with Scotch Permanent. If you want to get out your glue book to keep your desk from getting all ooey glowy, go ahead and do that. And some French book page, because can't go wrong with French. This is not rag paper, but, and I don't care if my words are going in an opposite direction. I think that it makes things a little bit more interesting. So this is from a smaller French poetry book, and I'm trying to find, and I was almost out of all of the pages for this specific one, but it is, maybe this one will work a little bit better. Because you know how poetry books, the indentions for the paragraphs or whatever are a little bit different. Take a little bit off here. Let me ink that up. I'm using ground espresso. I tend to get a lot more ink on my fingers than I do the paper. That's the way this works. And these can be fairly fast to make. If you have an idea of what you're going for. And I like to use transparent stickers on these sometimes. And doily pieces at the top, but I use a specific doily. I need to get some paper towels to clean my desk. Let's use that one. But I don't like plain doilies up there. So I'm going to sew around this. And I have a Brother sewing machine. It's a cheap one from Walmart. It cost me $100. The model number is LX3817G. I'm going to switch switch it to 17 because that's a fun little stitch there. And I'm just doing, I know that my sewing machine is not in frame. I'm literally just sewing around my index card. And the flip-flop journal that this is going in, it's pinks and creams. So I ran out of the blush thread that I was using, so I've switched to this like ivory thread. So you're going to be able to see the stitching a little bit. I didn't want to use black thread because it's too blunt for the journal that I'm working on. But then you have a little collaged index card. Now let me just show you if you were to put like your doily pieces here. Again, I don't have the doilies that I like using. I am going to be making some wax seals. But I just want to show you the transparent stickers. So I do not like using stickers really, or childlike stuff sometimes, like juvenile. It's just, you know, personal preference. But I found these stickers on Amazon and they're actually pretty cute. But I've used all the ones that I really, really like. Again, my journal is pink, so this one could kind of work. But these stickers just look really cute on these. And if I can't get the backing off of this, I'm going to move on. I just wanted to show you all these. I know that you can use your pokey tool to lift this. However, I don't tend to do well with that either. And now that I really want to use this sticker, and I had been using these so much that I mastered like getting them off. Let me see if there isn't another one that's pretty and pink. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, that one. I really want to use a sticker now. Oh, got it. So you have something like that. Hey, Terry. Hey, Angel. So my phone is on my tripod. So I may or may not see comments coming in. I'm just doing some random makes over here. So you have that one, and I do need to make another one for this flip-flop. Again, I've just used a random stamp to put on my sewing pattern paper there. I'll ink that up. Grab my music sheet in hopes to not butcher it. I tend to do that. I'm going to try to get that a little bit. You might put another sticker. I haven't used those stickers in quite some time. So I do have a tear ruler. However, I like the way the hand tearing looks versus the tear ruler. Is pretty like defined, if that makes sense. It has like a jagged edge one, and then it has a like wavy. Let's take some of that off actually. Now I could come back there. See, I feel like the stamping puts more on the background. And I don't like to put anything like really bulky on these. And you can add page tabs as well. But for me, I need to know like what pocket they're going in so I can know, okay, am I going to want a tab here, a tab here? Or then you're going to run into the problem where you're trying to put it in a pocket and your tab is, you know, not allowing you to do such a thing. Avoiding getting glue on my, I'm probably going to end up putting just something down for right now. I feel like I've been mask making all stinking day. So I feel like for this though, I want to maybe do a different stamp. Just because I already have "You Are Inscribed on the Palm of His Hands." And that other one, I'm wondering if I want to do a different stamp on that. I'm probably going to have to tear a different paper. Let's use, let me see. So let's see here. So this is just part of a book that there was nothing on it. Let's use this one. Covered my ink pad. I don't really like this vintage photo I have, so I am, again, just using this Ground Espresso. It's darker. So I am not your stamper. I totally, like, let go of my stamps needing to be perfect. Because I figured out that wasn't really going to happen for me. This paper is a little hard to tear. Also, to me, it makes things pretty interesting when they're not. I'm just going to throw this away. I am not your person that is going to hang on to every scrap piece of paper. It will start taking over my entire area. And then I eventually dumping it anyways. Pretty on their own, yeah, I agree. Let's see. Let's go ahead and for me, you know, you should use a glue book. And I have one right there because I was like, I'm going to do the glue book thing. But then I'm like moving it and it's just so much. I'm literally crafting all day long. And I'm having a hard time seeing. And this is going to be the last one that we're going to make. I'm going to toss this over to the side and we are going to work on some wax seal clusters. I feel like my desk is like entirely too dirty to pull my flip-flop down. Definitely have to put something down. Let's flip this over so y'all can, you can kind of see what I'm doing here, because on my desk that journal card looks really ugly. I'm definitely, again, it's been so long since I've used, I mean, look at the little butterfly. And again, these are not, oh, this one's pretty. That matched my journal. But if I do something big like that, I'm going to want something over here to kind of offset it. I liked the butterfly. I didn't realize I had so many pink stickers left. This makes my heart very happy. Okay. So I like this here. So I like butterflies, but I'm not like your butterfly person to where, I mean, you know how some people are literally obsessed with your butterflies. Okay. The pokey tool, I've tried, guys, and it really doesn't work for me. Oh, I did it. So that looks pretty there. Do I want to do a butterfly though instead of another flower? I'm going to have the flower hanging off to where I'm going to cut that. But let's just see here about this little pink butterfly. No. Going with my flower. And I'm just going to cut that off and then sew around. So sometimes I have these stained, sometimes I don't, and I do leave those for writing, but you have that. And the stitching is literally for just interest. That looks so pretty. I love that. Oh, it's been so long since I brought the stickers out. I think that these are very simple and just very beautiful. There is beauty in simplicity sometimes. Have brought out all the things today. I've got stuff literally just surrounding me. What I'm gonna do is take these bits, because these to me are definitely all usable pieces. So I'm just gonna, I have a bin underneath me, but since these are kind of still going with the color scheme of my journal, as well as just collage pieces, I don't like them to be tossed in that bin or they get lost and they don't get used. I'm gonna put a piece of paper down to put my journal down. So this is the flip-flop that I am currently finishing up, and I know that she is not going to be all in frame. I don't want her to get dirty. Her little tag fell out of her front pocket, so that's the little tag that's in the front snippet piece. I like using my snippets for tucks and on my cover. I just did this cute little dangle on this collage tag, so it's from my masterboard with a focal point. But I have created some little corner tucks here. So y'all have seen these, and I know, let me try to raise y'all up a little bit. So you know that she's going to spread all the way out. But, I mean, she's so big for my desk because she's going to come literally all the way out. And then this little guy is going to flip out. But I have these. So that's another little snippet. I added a little charm dangle down at the bottom there. But I have some tucks that I just did. These little corner tucks. Can y'all see that? Let me see. I like plopping my little journal cards in those little tucks. I feel like well, no, that kind of works. That the pink was kind of a little bright next to that. And I just did these little journal cards on a live in my Facebook group. And I did this little tag. And that's our little coffee filter pocket. Did those with you guys for Let's Make It Monday. Let's put our tag all the way back in there. I'm going to be making some more of those little journal cards. And then I have this spot here for one. I'm going to be pulling some ephemera to put back here. That already has something. This is our Let's Make It Monday pocket. I did it as a floating pocket. Again, a floating pocket. That way it's not glued down here. You can still write there, but it still adds something. A floating pocket will float around your journal. It doesn't have to stay pinned there. And then behind here, I am going to find some ephemera. We're not going to do that right now, but I like ephemera being behind these little tags. And this will open up and reveal the center of the signature here. These are little just scrap pieces of paper in these pockets, just a little writing notepad. Gonna be making some corner huggers for here. So I already have the bases created. I just need to make clusters to go on top of them. And then I'm going to put some custom-made guest checks back there. Let's see what's going on there. This one feels like it doesn't want to go on there evenly. Let's see. There. And then these are going to get covered with clusters. I mean, even little wax seal clusters. So we could put a little wax seal cluster here. Which one? We're going to be making some more. I really like that one. So I'm just going to glue this down. Just, I mean, simple embellishments to beautiful pages are enough for me. I don't like stuff hanging out of my journals and flying all over the place. To each his own. But I still do really like stuffing them. I mean, she's so chunky. This is just one signature over here. And then this is two signatures that you see. Because this one, again, is tucked away. So... these are just piecemealed scrap bits together, and I ruffled up some seam binding and just did a little wax seal cluster up there. I still need to make something for this pocket. So honestly, we could do some clusters to do our corner huggers instead of making any more wax seal clusters right now. I mean, this journal does not need any more wax seal clusters. I really like that little dangle that I did. It's just a scrap lace, and I just stitched a button on, and then attached a few charms with a bold pen. I did have a piece of lace up underneath that, like crochet lace type stuff. A little charm is going to go on there. I'm going to make a lace bookmark for her, and then her beaded pin and beads down at the bottom. But I really like on her little snippets, these charms hang down. So super cute, super easy. Let's go ahead and pull these. So I need at least two more. I'm going to pull some sentiments that I like. So let's use Lovely, and let's use Hope. I'm just going to fray these little fabric sentiments, and yes, If you are new here, I do print these onto fabric or muslin. They are not, I'm gonna drop y'all down a little bit also. They're not stamped words. I cannot stamp that well. Let me move y'all down just a little bit. Okay. So I am gonna put tulle on these first, and I will show you the way I like doing that. I'm going to use some pink tulle on these. I'm just going to cut 2 pieces. And we'll let that dry because I'm going to glue those on. I'm going to pull, okay, so these, I just want to show you all these real quick, but I wanted to pull, so this is such a cute little cluster. Look at this. I love it. And it would look so cute as, because I like creating tucks for these. So this would be the little tuck. That is like the cutest thing ever. It's embossed paper, a sari silk ruffle. I just took some vintage hanky and like scrunched it up right here and put my safety pin to make it look like a bow. And then I just cut this doily because some doilies I struggle with using. So I just cut it to where it looked like a scrap doily. But that would be so stinking cute on a pocket. Love it. Even a coffee filter pocket, y'all. I really want to play with that. And I did these also. And I still have this little guy. It's from a snippet. So these are what I like to do with some of my like scrap pieces of paper and fabrics that are on my desk. I will just ruffle them up. I'm looking for possible ruffles to put. That is so pretty on my corner huggers. So that's how I clean my desk. I will literally just take the random pieces and do something with them. So I'm just going to take this, and it will get cut, but I'm just going to like do that little number with it. And I'm just going to do a little bit of this right now so that it's easier to work with. I'm going to do... So I know that on one of the pages it's going to be on this side, so I want it going this... when I start embellishing it, I know that it's going to go this way. So I'm just going to take my 3-in-1 as I drop my other glue on the floor. And I'm just going to put some glue on the top part of my... And no, I'm not squeezing the bottle. I'm spreading it around with the tip. What I don't want to do is ruin that. It is literally my last piece of that stained paper. And no, I don't make that paper. I order it. There's a young lady named, I think her name is Christine or Christina. She does these, but these specifically I have ordered off of Etsy. I absolutely love hers, and I have an allergy to coffee. It's a skin irritant for me. And she had never done tea before, but I requested, I said, hey, can you make these in tea? And I smell my stuff before I use it because, I mean, let's just be honest. Some people will be like, oh, yeah, sure, because that's happened to me before. And I am so thankful that I smelled the package when I opened it. And I was like, yeah, no, that's for sure coffee. And that looks pretty on that side. Again, just doing the same thing. And if you make your clusters large enough, that's literally all you need on these. We're moving this back to the dirty desk. Yes, guys, I know you can get mats for your desk. I'd be constantly cleaning my mat also. So at the end of my work day, because this literally, guys, is my full-time job, I will clean my desk and tidy up. That way, whenever I come to craft in the morning, I'm not having to clean. I just don't like that. It's kind of like clean your kitchen before you start cooking type thing. Like you can't really, I mean, I can't really clean or work. I can't work in an area that's not suitable for, not ready to work in. I love that. I want to use this. Or maybe even a snippet of it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is kind of focus on these clusters. I'm going to use some scrap pieces of lace. So I have a scrap bin. And I'm just going to piece some clusters together. That's a good enough piece of cheesecloth. Move this kind of off to the side really quick so I can pull this up here. So that's the bin of scraps. So a lot of blue is going to be on top because I've been, you know, the last journal I made before this one and the other one was blue. Loving the blues right now. Maybe that'll go there, and then we'll put some cheesecloth underneath there. That's not, that could kind of work. Again, I'm not really going to spend all too much time making these. I'm just going to layer some stuff and, you know, just kind of go with it. And if I don't clean my hands soon, everything's going to be sticking to my hands. I'll have to stop crafting here a little bit. I've been at it since, you know, making the Let's Make It Monday. Just kind of really been playing all day, just mass making. What feels like mass making, but it's really not because it's just going in this journal. Made up some clusters for an order. Gonna move that off to the side and play with these little pink laces here. Let's see if I don't have any more chocolate rose. I get this lace from Two Sister Jam. I do want this chocolate rose on these. So I'm just going to cut 2 little squares and play with that. Try not to drag out every supply on the planet. Or else it's like way too many options. So I do have a sick child at home today. I'm really hoping it's not COVID. I know that there's something going around at school. I am feeling like I need a bigger piece of cheesecloth back there, so I am just going to cut another piece to kind of layer behind here. So I like that. What I'm gonna do, let me see, do I want this before I sew that? I want to see if I don't want maybe this on my cluster. Let's go ahead and go with that. I'm just gonna do a zigzag stitch around my sentiments. I think I'm gonna come over here and start doing lives, like, I don't know, maybe every Friday or something. Do a craft with friends. And I'm just gonna cut off that thread because sometimes that's just too much for me. So you have a, oh God, ignore my hands. You have a little cluster like that. And what I'm gonna do is actually cut that bulking. Let me see. I feel like I like it better going that way. Again, I don't really want to think about this too much. Do I want some of that? Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is take so I ordered some bows on Amazon and they're not in yet. I don't know why I was using my scissors like that. But bows look really cute on these. But I just want these just kind of peekabooing. Off my little corner hugger. And I'm just gonna glue this down and stop playing with it. And when my bows come in, I am going to be putting a little bow on here. I feel like my tool needs to come in right there. I'm hoping I can't just find a little bow so I can show you all. So this is a little white bow. I am not going to be putting this little white bow on there. Now that looks so pretty like that already. So put a little bow, a little cream bow or a little pink bow when my bows come in. It looks super cute on that. So I'll wait on my bows for the right color. So that's that one. So these are really for my wax seal clusters, but we'll just try to layer them. That's cute. That might be big enough. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and sew that together. I like that. Not continue to mess with it. Again, just going around the sentiment. Kind of holding it down and spreading it as it sews. That way it doesn't puff up. So I like my clusters to not really be any specific shape and just really kind of tattered looking. So you have that cluster. I kind of feel like I want a button on this. So let's go with this again. Just gonna cut a few little snips off. Glue them down. The wax seal clusters look cute on this also, but I have enough wax seal clusters in this journal. I love the tool at the top because, you know, it pops out of your journal and that's just so fun looking. Then you just have them on specific pages. You can move these around, but I will tell you, I like to glue the top part in. That way it sits on the page and it is secured on there. That's cute. We're going to go ahead and glue that down. Do I want a button though? Oops, there goes my paper clips. I don't really want to dig out. I was hoping I had a cute little white or a pink button in here. I didn't even use my ruffle on these. Okay, I'm skipping the button. I don't want to dig my buttons out right now. And to be honest with you, I think I used all my little white buttons on my snippets. And then these little bits will get thrown down in that little bin down there for the next little crafting adventure. We're going to go ahead and stick these down. I'm going to take some of this off. So I thought about it going there. I honestly, guys, I feel like those flowers are too pink. Especially right there. I am going to take those off. And I will probably put bows there. Or a little ruffle, but those are honestly way too pink for my journal. Putting glue up in the tip to secure it on this page. And here, I would normally put a cluster there, but I honestly, this is Stamperia paper, and I feel like the Stamperia paper matches with this and it looks beautiful. So both sides you can tuck something behind. And when I get my bows, I'm going to be putting something here. You can do little roses also, but again, those are just way too pink for right there. And I need a corner hugger and my second signature. I already have one in my first. So those are page huggers. It just wraps around the page, and the way that I do them is it's a pocket and a tuck. Or, you know, a tuck and a tuck, actually. So the corner hugger can go here. Yep, the corner hugger is going to go there. And the pink works here, so that's good. Just wasn't working next to that one page. I'm just putting glue up in the tip and securing it to my page. So these are tags right here that's creating a lot of the floof. That's a tag. That lovely little tag there. I'll have to fix her little bow. Let's push her down a little bit. And then, you know, those will dry. After I clean my desk, I'll better be able to play in her because it just looks so messy right now. And then I will make some little guest checks to tuck behind her. The corner huggers. So those were the two last little elements that I wanted to add to my journal. Besides the beading again down at the bottom, and then a couple more just journal cards, but I have printed these out, so I'm literally, actually what I'm probably gonna do is just do those really quick. So these are Polaroids, and so they're supposed to be, of course, big at the bottom like that, but they're just too long really for my journal. Especially if I wanted to put them in like a tuck. So I'm just going to snip that a little bit. And I don't want anything bulky on here because they're probably going to go into pockets. And I feel like these are so beautiful. They don't really need much embellishing. So what I wanted to do is take this tape. I don't have any of my faux antique tape. So I'm taking this brown tape. I love craft paper and things like that, and this is like a packing tape that is brown, obviously. And let's just put some on the bottom. kind of like weird to tear. I've had this stuff sitting over here forever. I just haven't used it. And I'm tearing it like that because I don't really want that straight edge. And I'm essentially just going to create like a little collage with that and some washi, and maybe add a little wax seal or something. So let's see. Do I want to use that? I really like grid washi. Let's see what the grid washi looks like. Or if I want to keep them pretty just muted. I feel like this pulls in some of the color. And again, grid washi is so fun. I do like this floral washi. So let's see if I want to use the floral. The thing about washi tape is I can always pull it up. So no bulking with that. That's the way to use your washi tape. I'm gonna sew around these and then possibly add a wax seal, you know, like right there. Just going around with stitch 17. Now I'm just going to put this here to see. Oh, I actually really like that on there. That entire cluster. And the cluster matches those colors. So let's go ahead and glue that down. So you have that little journal card there. And if silver, oh, that's actually really cute there too. I'm not doing any type of silver in my journal though. I do like those colors. Just gonna pull my wax seal off. Let's do this one. And let's do a heart. So I broke the little plate that goes on my little wax seal thingy. So I'm just going to do it like this. And most of the time I keep my lighter going like that because it will help it like melt faster. And I don't like my wax seals being perfect. So this works for me. Versus, you know, getting the little molds and doing them like that. I'm just getting enough wax to where my entire seal will be on there. So you have that little journal card, and the wax seal, you know, helped it to stay together. So I may or may not, this needs to dry just a little bit, or I'm going to end up smashing that. These might go in here. I'm pretty sure I can find a spot to put them in my journal, but I do need to make some small tags for a window pocket. Definitely not going to be working on that today. I do have this journal card that I made, or, you know, index card to put behind my corner hugger here. So that looks good there. And actually, I don't have anything in this pocket yet. I'm wondering, okay, so these are not going to fit there, and I don't want them there because I already have a wax seal there. That would look kind of silly. I'm trying to see if I have a spot to stick these. I mean, one could go here. And then, of course, I have, you know, back here. But I don't want to hide them. They're just so pretty. You want to, you know, stick them on a page. So something like that could go there. But it's just looking way busy for me right now. So if anything, it's going to definitely need to go in a pocket. Or I can, of course, save for the next project. Because again, just looking very busy in some parts. No. Let's come maybe here and see. I think, what happened here? She had something there. Let me put that there. Don't want anything too big there. So we have a journal card there already. Again, I need to make another, probably do some sewing, but I want a sentiment on that. That are the already ephemera behind that one. Okay. I wanted to see if that had anything on it. Scrap pad, and these are so cute because they say Dear Arlene. It's an autograph book. And I thought that, for one, I was keeping that for myself, but they were just so perfect for this journal. And then we can maybe put something longer there, actually. I don't think I'm going to put these in this journal, but I mean, I really do like them, and they'll, of course, go in another journal. I just Again, she's looking overly, just overly. So this will go behind my corner tuck, but this is perfect here with the cone, the tones, the colors, just beautiful. So that's good there. I'm gonna make a little slender tag for that. I'm gonna put ephemera behind this little lady here. It'll open up and reveal the center of my signature. She already has a ton of ephemera back there. A vintage ephemera. Look at the little Victorian die cuts. So this is a pocket back here. And these little ladies, and well, this little lady and this young man are just so cute. And I put another little Victorian die cut. I'm like obsessed with those right now. So there's one down here. You can't really see. So this one has 3 Victorian die cuts. That's a tag I just did. But this little lady here, look at her. She's so cute. Where is that corner hugger? So I have something there. Do all my corner huggers have stuff tucked away? That would be awesome if they did, but I did think that I had one more. That one has something. Golly, that's my 4th signature. That 4th signature is fat already. That has something. Was it the 2nd signature that needed one? So they're easy to find. Yeah. Oh, I like it because it's muted, and this is also bright there. May the flowers remind us why the rain is so necessary. I think that that's beautiful. And then you got hope up there. So I think that's perfect. This could go here. No. No, because there's already one behind there anyway. Okay, so she's like, yeah, stuffed so full right now. Love it, love it, love it. And again, that's the big tag there. And I don't want to cut any of that because it looks really pretty on my tag. So we will save this little guy for another project. So like, I mean, just cute back there behind a tuck. That's actually really cute there. And what I had here in this pocket was a really pretty letter. But I took it out because I didn't want my letter back there. So I just took this out of an envelope, but I wanted to keep this pretty vintage. So I didn't want like a big tag or anything, but I mean, just look at how cute that is. We're going to leave that like so. This will go on the next project. So super cute. I'm going to hop off of here and clean up my area, especially my desk. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Comment below if y'all want to do, you know, like a craft with me on Craft with Friends on Fridays. I think that that would be fun to come over here and maybe do a live a week. But I just wanted to hop on and say hey and just work on some random things with you guys. I hope that y'all are blessed and y'all create what brings you joy. Bye for now. Okay, so I don't know how to end this. I'm going to slide this down and try to figure out how to end this. Let's see.